Welcome to the PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got highlights from Week 11, previews of the first round of the playoffs, and 3 quick questions with the Capital City Fury. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by 916 Design Studio. For all your design needs, call 916-747-9255. Also by La Cabana Restaurant in Suisun, the best in home-style Mexican cooking. Call 707-429-5871. One last edition for this season of 3 Quick Questions. This time, it's the Capital City Fury. Let's let them introduce themselves to us.
Kimby Drayton, running back.
Alec Jones, either side of the ball.
D-Train, a.k.a. Derek Morrison.
Okay, first question. Derek, you've been a longtime Barnstormer, but this is your first year with the Fury. What are you looking forward to for the playoffs?
It's championship or nothing. I come one-minded. I got a lot of experience, my 11th year in the league, and got experience playing against the best of them, team-wise, player-wise. It's bittersweet for me. Barnstormers has always been my home, always been pretty much my squad. Go and bring that championship ring back to SAC with my Fury people.
Kimby, you do a lot of work with youth football in Sacramento. What got you into working with kids?
Well, me personally, I grew up in a rough neighborhood, so I like to see the kids have an outlet, something else to do besides run the streets, besides go down the wrong path. So I dedicate myself to make sure that they have something to do, and when they're doing it the right way, with structure, control, discipline, and letting them know that there's more to life than what's wrong. To be a champion, to be a winner.
Alec, it's been a long season. I'm all out of questions. Is there any topic you feel particularly strong about and want to share?
I do feel like linemen need a lot more representation in this league. So every time we score, no matter what team you're on, celebrate, get your reps in, and get your recognition for being out there blocking for these running backs, blocking for these quarterbacks. Don't celebrate. Don't get a flag, but celebrate. Period.
Thanks, guys, for being on the show, and good luck with the playoffs. And thanks to everyone who's participated in 3 Quick Questions this season. Now let's get to the last of the regular season highlights. In the first quarter, Logan Hollis Jr. hits Tim Lang on the quick hitch, who turns it upfield. And that sets up a 13-yard touchdown pass to Cam Baywa. The Jags get the ball and they are aggressive pushing it downfield, but Al Green comes down with the intended pass. And the Ducks capitalize on the turnover. They move the ball down the field and Logan Hollis Jr. finds Jared Dixon in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. On their next possession, the Ducks are driving again, but a big sack from the Jaguar defense forces a 36-yard field goal by Mort Guyvet. In the second quarter, the Jaguars drive all the way down the field, but Keyjon Murphy picks it off and returns it for 33 yards. And that sets up another field goal for Mort Guyvet, this time from 33 yards out. Later on in the third quarter, Logan Hollis Jr. hits Tim Lang again, this time for 61 yards in the score. And in the fourth quarter, Mort Guyvet hits a 21-yard field goal to finish perfect on the day. And the scoring was capped as Logan Hollis Jr. rolls out to his right and finds Derek Stevens for the touchdown. And your final score is Delta Ducks 37, Central Valley Jaguars nothing. Early in the first quarter with the Fury driving, Kevin Robinson gets the interception and returns it 38 yards. That leads to Javon Cherry scoring the first touchdown of the day from 10 yards out. But the Fury answer back on a 3rd and long with this 50-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Providence. On the first play of the second quarter, Johnny Walker hits Javon Cherry, knocking the ball loose, and Adam Orpilla scoops it up and takes it back for the score. Fury score again as John Russell hits Steve Dickinson for a 20-yard touchdown. And on the next Fury possession, after a Ronnie Fields punt return to the 3, Kimby Drayton takes it in for 6. The Giants get the ball and they're in Fury territory, but the ball is picked off by Ronnie Fields, who takes it 64 yards to the house. Nearing the end of the third quarter, John Russell hits McGruben Flournoy for the touchdown. And after a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, John Russell hits Terrence McGee for another score. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Fury are driving again, but Reed Harris picks the ball off and takes it 87 yards for the touchdown. And on the Fury's next possession, the Giants defense forces a pass to an ineligible receiver from the end zone, which results in a safety. And on the first play after the free kick, Javon Cherry avoids a sack and hits Deshaun Hosey Jr. for a 50-yard touchdown. The Fury are in scoring position, but Steve Dickinson's pass is picked off as Reed Harris pulls in his second pick and takes it 88 yards for another score. And your final score is Capital City Fury 48, Golden State Giants 31. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by Graves Video Production. Capture life's great moments. Go to gravesvideo.net. Also by HostedSports.com, the only one-stop place for all sports on the web.
You are watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
The Rhinos kick off to open the game, and Anthony Ragone of the Stallions takes the opening kickoff 52 yards. And on the next play, Tony Watson gets the Stallions to the 8-yard line. From there, Allen Webster punches it in for the touchdown. But the Rhinos come right back as Sean McCauley hits Ray Price for a 36-yard score. In the second quarter, the Rhinos are backed up, but Jerome Steele takes the swing pass and gives them some breathing room. And the drive is capped off when Sean McCauley hits Charles Moore for the touchdown. The two-point conversion is good, and the Rhinos take the lead. And on the Rhinos' next possession, McCauley hits Leonard Collins Jr., which gives him excellent field position and sets up this touchdown throw to Richie Messenger. In the third quarter, the Rhinos pick up where they left off with this touchdown run by Kezzie Douglas and this touchdown pass from Sean McCauley to Herbert Hunt. McCauley takes it up the middle, and the two-point conversion's good. In the fourth quarter, Allen Webster takes the handoff and takes it in for the touchdown, as well as the two-point conversion. And the scoring's capped off in the fourth quarter as Rashad Edwards hits Herbert Hunt for a touchdown. And your final score is California Rhinos 40, South Bay Stallions 14. And in other scores around the league, the East Bay Outlaws clinched their playoff spot with a victory over the Solano Chiefs 47-24. We didn't get any highlights, but we did get this. Let's take a look at our performers of the week.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
The PCFL 2013 playoffs are here. The Delta Ducks, Central Coast Barnstormers, Capital City Fury, California Rhinos, East Bay Outlaws, and South Bay Stallions all vying for the prize, the 2013 PCFL Championship. The PCFL playoff graphics are brought to you by Jason Kang and Fireprint Studios. Go to fpsathletics.com for more information. Let's take a look at the bracket as it stands now. The Delta Ducks finished with a perfect record, and they earned a first-round bye. The Central Coast Barnstormers locked up the second seed in a first-round bye because they beat the Fury head-to-head. That leaves the Fury at the 3 seed taking on the South Bay Stallions. The California Rhinos locked up the 4th seed, and they take on the East Bay Outlaws. Let's preview the matchups. The East Bay Outlaws have snuck up on some people. Throughout the course of the season, they've shown strong defense and strong special teams. As the season progressed, their offense started clicking, and they could be dangerous in the playoffs. Almost the exact same thing could be said for the Rhinos. The only difference is that their offense started strong, hit a lull during the middle part of the season, but then picked it up towards the end. If their defense stays strong and they can shore up some of their special team snafus, they too can be in the championship game. The East Bay Outlaws take on the California Rhinos this Saturday. Hayward High School kickoff is at 1 o'clock. Sponsored by Hacienda Plaza Family Dentistry. Call 510-278-7727 for your appointment today. The South Bay Stallions are playing better football than when they met the Fury a few weeks back. If they can get the running game going behind Tony Watson and Allen Webster, they'll be able to control the clock and keep what is arguably the strong point of their team fresh, their defense. Mid-season injuries took its toll on the Fury. They're finally getting key pieces on their defense back into place, and their retooled offense is starting to gel. If they can maintain a balanced attack, taking advantage of all of their weapons, and minimize mistakes on both sides of the ball, they could go deep into these PCFL playoffs. The South Bay Stallions take on the Capital City Fury this Saturday at Vaca Christian High School in Vacaville. Kickoffs at 6 o'clock. Sponsored by 916 Design Studio for all your design needs. Well, that's it for this regular season of the PCFL Show. Tune in next week for our playoff recaps and more playoff previews, and be sure to share the show links on Facebook. The more people we can reach in our community, the more people we'll get coming to our games. Also, check out thepcfl.com for more info. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.